Good morning, Wall Street Pete's sick dough in crypto. Want to learn about sick dough and how to make sick dough in crypto? Hit the like, hit the subscribe. Talking about going on a ride. How's everyone doing this morning? My name is Wall Street Pete. A lot of new people to the channel, and just want to thank you guys very much. We are now well over 2,000 subscribers. I can't believe how fast we're moving. Gentlemen used to work on the New York Mercantile Exchange. Thank you so much. 2.02K subscribers. Moving pretty quick. And yeah, used to work on the New York Mercantile Exchange. Maybe that's why we know what we're talking about just a little bit. Some of the best traders in the world trading in New York. So maybe that's why it has something to do with it. Maybe we have good content. Maybe we have great followers. Either way, I appreciate you very much. Let's get into it. Talking about cryptocurrency. You hit the like, you hit the bell, all notifications, become a subscriber. We have a lot of people watching, but we just don't have enough subscribers. So if you are one of those, I thank you very much. And I just wanted to make sure the live is working. And there is people watching. Hit that like button, please. Right now is the time. Let's get into it. The Bitcoin halving is just 6 days and 12 hours away, 39 minutes. If anyone was wondering what might happen, I don't know if we're going to get a huge effect, but I do know that we are going to get a nice rally from now all the way until 2025 for sure. So pretty excited for that. If you're into that sort of thing, hit the like, hit the subscribe, get excited. If you didn't wake up like this morning, then maybe you're not trading crypto.
Oh, good morning. Take a sip. Buy the dip.
Now, it's up to you. We'll get a couple people to come on in to the live, and maybe you could talk about your crypto asset, not financial advice. We'll talk about it, go up and down. And right now, I'm in a long for AGIX, and currently that was trading 88 cents. AGIX is now trading just about that price, 877, almost 88, and I wonder if I should take some profits, get out, see what happens. But we'll talk a little bit about that, how Bitcoin, this symmetrical pattern we left you off with. Well, I see a big fall coming. And what else did I say? Well, I believe that we'll finish these candles in here. And wow, that's exactly what we did. If you remember the last time we did that, well, the last time we did that, we sort of got an uptick. And if you can see it happen right here, there was a big fall that came all the way down. And if you can see what's happening, we got a really big wick just like this one, and this one, and this one, and this one, right? We're talking about cycles. We're talking about technical analysis. So hit the like and subscribe. Maybe we need to get some people here in here this morning. It seems really dead. So I'm hoping as soon as we get some people in, we'll get a little more people to sign in here because it's really slow. I'm trying to get some people in right now if we may. See if we can alert some of the wolves of Wall Street that we are in on a live. We're going to talk about a few things. It's very important live here. I'm excited about it. And this may be the opportunity you get to talk about your crypto asset. So let's see what happens. All right, letting a couple people know we are. Maybe it's too early for some of you guys. Oh, that's great. All right, so I sent out a couple notifications to some people. Hopefully we can get some more people in the super chat here. So we left you. We were up here trading just roughly about 70,000, and I said that there was a fall coming, but I expect to come right back into this symmetrical pattern. We did, possibly hitting all the way to 64.5. Well, we came all the way down and touched exactly 65,245 from this particular chart. That was the possibility. That's where we're at. Creating new higher lows, looking fantastic. And each time we've done that, well, let's see what happens here. But you can find out roughly, and that came all the way through. So we'll stop right about here. Let's see what happens. Give me a little bit of a cloner. And if we get that same move, which I'm in the wrong spot, so please give me a break. There we go. All right. So I believe I've done this before. You can see it right there. I've done this before. And this is where I get that crazy price right in here. And that's about 84,000. So we're getting more bullish. So as the time goes on with cryptocurrency, we'll adjust our charts, do things of that matter. And this is what we're talking about right now. So get ready to see what's going on. Here we are, this big move we made. If we get another big move like that, we're going to be around 83 to 85,000 Bitcoin. I hope you're excited for that because I believe that's exactly where we're heading next. So that is the next move. If you can pay attention, as long as we can hold this symmetrical pattern, this is an ascending channel, looking fantastic. And I believe I said this weeks and weeks and weeks ago that this would be the problem. This would be the opportunity, not a problem. But what I said was we'd be doing something like this. Watch out for this. This is a very bullish pattern. What will happen is you will get a huge move all the way up, and that's what we're looking at right now. So hit the like, hit the subscribe if you have to do so. I'm pretty excited for this to happen. Total crypto market cap is 2.46. We got some volume that we need to have come in. And Ando Finance, this gentleman, he talks about Ando Finance perfectly. We got to see what's going on. Listen up, put your ears and get some of the cobwebs out if you can right now. Now's your time to go run, get that Q-tip, because seriously, this gentleman, he knows exactly what he's talking about.
It's an institutional grade financial platform, which is backed by Founders Fund, Pantera Capital, and Coinbase, essentially offering you to earn yield on US treasuries and the US dollar on chain. They recently had a very big announcement, which is going towards solving the RWA liquidity problem, that they're going to introduce something called Global Markets, a platform to bring all publicly traded securities on chain.
So real quick, I want people to understand, what is the RWA liquidity problem, right? A lot of people are like, well, what the fuck is RWA, right? You got to know what RWA is. What's real world assets? Real world assets. BlackRock, Larry Fink came live, said, hey, we are going to get everything real world asset tokenized. Enough for the paperwork, right? A lot of people don't want paperwork. We're going to have everything on the blockchain, and that's what's going to happen. Everything's going to be on the blockchain, and you will now be enabled to have cryptocurrency help you with all of this paperless stuff. That banks love it, everyone loves it, and this is what the problem was.
With native access to traditional securities exchange liquidity, like from the NASDAQ, NYSE, and LSE. This is absolutely massive. They're solving one of the biggest problems in RWA. They're also moving into BlackRock's fund, which is BUIDL, their tokenization fund, allocating 95 million of the OUSG assets. What is Ando Finance? It's an institutional grade financial.
So BlackRock came out with their own cryptocurrency to back themselves, their own little stable. I believe that's something like that. It was billed, spelled wrong, obviously, BUIDL. And Ando Finance was the first cryptocurrency asset to jump in on that. So pay attention to that. As I said, a lot of these crypto assets, right? We're talking about big dips, big falls. You can see here from the daily, looking at 2 dailies down. Nice green candle here. That's what we like to see. Talking about an ascending channel. If you don't know what an ascending triangle pattern is, go look it up. This may actually get you enticed and set and ready for a huge break off, because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm changing the title. And my title is going to say that Bitcoin could be and looks like it's on its way. And we won't say it exactly titled like that, but all the way to a possible 80 to 85,000. We'll probably take these two numbers. Very impressive. I'm very excited. I hope you are paying attention. And what usually happens every time we get a huge fall? Yes, we do get a nice big break to the upside. So it does take time, and nothing goes parabolic directly up forever. As you can see, these are one of the most volatile times, and you can see how this resistance here has started to become a trend. And the more and more we start hitting resistance and testing it, the more and more of a chance we break through, and we are off to the races for new all-time highs. So this is a long, boring sideways action. I do believe that's what we're talking about here. Bitcoin looks fantastic. AGIX, I am currently in a nice little long position, and this looks like a nice, beautiful double bottom, double top M rejection coming back, and I do see a V-shaped recovery similar to like this. Looking at the daily, so let's get to a 4-hourly, see if it did the same thing. And yes, it did kind of like the same thing. So I'll be looking for a similar pattern just like this. As March 5th we did AGIX, and if you can see here, big dip all the way down, same sort of thing. We need to get above and beyond the $1.05. I will probably take profits out at 98 cents, because there will be massive rejection for IGX. Like I said, I'm in a long, but I will be making sure that my ass, and this keeps happening perfect, and I love it so much, we may not ever get there, so please take this with a grain of salt. Like I said, with Biconomy yesterday was amazing. I called the fall, happened exactly to it, bounced off it. AGIX, big fan. It did integrate with Fetch AI and Ocean Protocol. So if anybody's wondering why I'm so big on AGIX, well, this particular asset has been kicking ass, and it hasn't really spent a long time in this range. Just got a double top. You can see it here, and we're consolidating. Currently building support, old support coming from March 5th. So what is that? That's roughly a little bit about 5-6 weeks ago. So we'll see what happens. We could get another uptick if we tick. If we did, well, you can see what's happening right around here. We got a nice pull up, and if we get that nice pull up, we'll be coming right back to retest, maybe forming a triple top here. But if we did form a triple top, I don't really care. That would be exciting. We'd get resistance right here. But you can see what happens. And then there would probably be a triple top. We'll talk more about that if that does occur. But pretty exciting. There are some buying opportunities. And you can see here, AGIX, right, just came all the way down. It has not recovered yet. And then you look at Ando like I did in my video this morning, and I sit there and say, well, holy cow, maybe we get another hourly down or so, and then we will get another pump back up. We'll see if we can break this. Looks like a cup and handle forming here on the hourly for Ando Finance. Pretty exciting to see what could be happening there. And then you never know. This is how we do it. So Wall Street, Pete Sickno and Crypto breaking it down. Not too many people in the live chat this morning. I thought there would be more people speaking, more people excited talking about it. But these are some of the things we're going over this morning. You can see AGIX, when it hits 88 cents, we are 363% in a profit by June. All USA members, traders trading on leverage will be kicked out of MEX if you cannot provide KYC. So using it right now, kind of corny, I know, but this is what I'm doing. I have to make my money and get it out before they kick us out. So I'm doing it now, getting my leverage trading on. We do have 3 other crypto platforms we're going to try. Total crypto market cap, like I said, 2.46. Jackson, nice to have you in the super chat, the first follower that we've had for a while. You can see we're down just about 6% still, and just like an earthquake, sometimes we do continue to come down a little bit, but if you do pay attention, as I was telling you in that Bitcoin chart, and we'll bring it right back up real quick, we're going to get ready to go. I thought it was a nice Bitcoin update, cryptocurrency, AGIX, and all those kinds of things. How important, if you pay attention here, this symmetrical pattern, we are looking really strong, and what I see right here is a beautiful, beautiful buying opportunity. I mean, really, that's all I see right here. Can we come back and test again? Sure, we can. But I do believe that we will stay in this particular area. And like I said, this is what we're looking to do here. It's very, very, very exciting opportunity. Ascending channel, ascending triangle pattern, symmetrical triangle pattern. Check it out. Look it up. Do your charts, and you'll find out that this may be what is unfolding. So if that happens, then the rest of the crypto market, we don't even have to do technical analysis on anything else. We could just find out and say, hey, well, we know that Dogecoin took an ass whooping all the way down, right? We know that this was a double top here, and we know that Dogecoin likes to sit at 22.3, and a lot of people have been asking me, hey, can you do some Doggy Dog? And they're talking about Doge, and I do believe that this is where we'll be at. This will be a triple top. This will be some type of formation, maybe on the daily that we don't see, and that's what I'm talking about, and there it is. Fantastic. I love it. Love this. I love this. So 22. If you want to see where the real resistance is that you got to just make sure you pay attention to, Dogecoin, just for a quick second, or maybe I'm going to pump a couple crypto assets because people have been asking. 22 cents, you can pretty much see on the daily. The daily candle is really holding up the 22 cents resistance. So that's going to be important. But if you remember what was happening before that, we had that same kind of situation, same kind of scenario. And if you look from here, it was repeating. And it's repeating history, ladies and gentlemen. This is how cryptocurrency works. This is how it goes up. It must come down before it goes up. And you can see what happened here, particularly exactly in this situation. The patterns, the money seems to be flowing in very similar. Come all the way down and through up. So this is what I'm talking about. If you're paying close attention to what is going on from these types of moves, we're getting a little bit more of a delay here. Maybe this is where it's coming in from. You can see it right there come down. Next price, it just doesn't work this way, but I'm just showing you for fun that the next movement could be something similar to that. And then before you know it, everyone's sitting here at Dogecoin at 26 cents. Let's see if we have anything that makes sense to that, speaking of it. And, you know, it's kind of ironic, but we do have a few areas here that 26 cents and 26 cents does seem to be a support resistance flip right here. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're wondering what the next Dogecoin area might be, we could be trading 26 cents very shortly. That's exciting. That may be the next rally pull-up here. But what I have on my chart saying that I'm ready to dollar cost average out is around the 34 cents. So if you want to get a little greedy, not financial advice, this is Gentleman Twice as Nice. We do have a 22 cents that needs to break above and finish a daily candle above. And I do believe that the next price area will be 26 cents for Doge. Anybody want to talk about a particular asset I can pull up for you, then here it is. Going through here, some people were asking for specific cryptocurrencies. And this is what we do if you're a follower. There was a Velo, and hopefully we do have our loyal followers, because if they're loyal and they're following, well, guess what? They are going to come up, watch this video, and go, oh, wow, I remember asking for this, and he's finally doing it. And this is what we're talking about. So talking about total cryptocurrency market, I'm going to leave here. I'm going on a nice little long trip. So we're just trying to do a video for you. What may be happening here, and this is Velo. Somebody asked me to do this, but if you look at the daily chart, it looks like a perfect head and shoulders pattern. So what we're looking to do now is possibly get this type of move. We'll get a nice dead cat bounce pump. This is Velo. If you're interested, we'll do RLC for Jackson, and then we must go. But this is particularly what I think can happen with Velo. It's the daily chart, so it'll take some time. But the right shoulder, looking at the 0.117 area. Here we are right now, probably trading just about that right now, but you can see there's a right shoulder coming through, resistance here, and there's a little bit of support resistance. You can see here this flipping resistance into support, broke above it. You can see here coming in the head, probably get a right shoulder pump up, and then we will get a down bottom here. What will happen? We'll get a double bottom test probably around this price, right under it, if that's possible. 0.009. I'm not sure if we're going to get this opportunity one more time, but we could. So please keep that in, just keep it in the back of your mind. There was always an opportunity. What I see really happening is we're just constantly taking profits, and we're getting this upward W is really what I see. So be careful. No indicators out right now. I know it sounds and looks kind of crazy not using it, but you can see what's going on, right? We're getting that little M top. So that's probably what's happening. Get that pump a little more. You can see how we have to rise just a little more. You can see where we are. We're right about here. What happens? It rises a little more. That'll happen. Get the right shoulder, and then we will tank down and get a good buying opportunity where we're a little oversold. So that'll be a good thing, and you'll be able to buy some Velo RLC. It's been a long time since I did this one. I have it. I definitely have RLC on one of my my lists here, like my watch list. Now, this is particularly what AGIX is doing. I'm kind of excited for this. And maybe, after you're done, you could get a better glimpse of what I see. Right? I'm not going to sing it. I wanted to for fun. I like doing that, right? Do you see what I see? So we're getting a downward trend. You can see the dotted line showing the trend to the downside clear as day. What we're getting on the RLC, and if you're new to the channel, is what we do is we have some followers, and only followers can do this, is chat. And what they say is that, can you do a cryptocurrency? That I would do my strategy, not financial advice. Looking at the total top crypto, this is an awful head and shoulders pattern, but if you really could get an understanding in a bigger time frame, possibly a weekly, it would come up that way, and it would look much, much better. So you can see maybe what is going on. We'll see if it comes out. Nope, doesn't really look that good there, but the daily does show it where I might see. We'll see if we can get a lower time frame, and this may help you out. But we're trying to get the inverted head. That's really what we're paying attention to now. So what we're doing is we want to make sure we get this. This is a long developing chart. We're talking about 4 hourly, so it might develop a little sooner, but this is your left shoulder. Here comes your inverse head. Now, this is what we're looking for. We're looking for a double bottom there and a lift off, which will take us to right about there. And he's saying RLC, and you could really tell now $3.67 has become a problem. And that's fantastic, right? We're talking about technical analysis. Cryptocurrency for you. What crypto asset would you like to talk about this morning? We usually do this for our followers. Here we are. Coming in, inverse head. Look like we could create it. Do we get another double bottom test right here? Possibly coming in. You can see we're getting a little oversold down here on the bottom. So that's kind of a good thing. We'll check it out. See if we can get a better time frame daily. What do we look like? A little bit more of a fall. You can see, like I said. So coming in, possibly right there. Retest $2.55. So $2.55. Oh, somebody wanted me to do Bonk. Maybe we do that. But I got to get going. So this is this and Bonk. And I'll probably do a few ago. He's going to be happy. $2.50, probably the low area here. Talking about total resistance, we're talking about $3.67. Now, once we break the $3.67 area, 365, finishing a daily candle, 10 hours and 42 minutes until the next actual candle. That's what that means, that ticker on the right there. The next candle comes up. We want 2 daily candles in a row to keep going. We want it to get up here, come back, and test this resistance. Now, we are finding it to support. Now, if we lower it a little bit, we can see that this is a better price. So now you're getting a more accurate price here. 357, so I would be careful. 357 is definitely the price. We could be getting a dead cat bounce. What'll happen? Well, you just keep getting these M patterns, and somewhere right around there, talking about 347. It's getting worse as we keep going. That's where I would go. Wall Street Pete always beats the whales, tries to get to the price before these resistance levels hit. Why? Because they see the same thing we see. So pay attention, talking about RLC. That's exciting, but I do think a $2.54 range you could buy back. There's a good possibility. We'll see what happens here coming inverse head all the way to the right. And if this does break above this support-like flipping resistance, then we could talk about prices all the way up here, and that would be fantastic. As you can see right now, what was our all-time high for RLC? Can't really judge it off the launch because I don't want to say, hey, $19 was the all-time high. I can't stand that. But you can see how the inverse is coming. We've talked about it before. Right shoulder, and then what happened over time? It went right up, and that's what we look for. We look for the inverse patterns, and that's why we show it, because you can see for past history there what it does, and then eventually, like I said, it'll come back to the next level. Getting a little bit of a retracement here. Let's do a real quick retracement since we have you here. Watch this. Remove everything. Real quick. I really should get going, but I'm all right with the time. Let's see. Right there. I'm going to fix this in a second. Now, Fibonacci sequence is just a level of measurements. Remember that. Sequence. And you can see once it broke through the golden pocket. Now, this is what's fun, because the golden pocket is always a very important area. You can see what happened even here. In this area, it bounced significantly, but we got a resistance at 461. It was telling us that's definitely big resistance. We're talking about RLC still. What I would have said was look for a big bounce. This is what I would have been trading until it stopped happening. And you can see once we finished below there was a problem. And that's how the dramatic falls come through. But what's crazy is the 61.8 seems to be a very, very big, important resistance, support level, excuse me. You can see how the daily candle finishes exactly on the dime of that price range. So that's kind of exciting. Definitely pay attention to that. Every time we test this price here, seems to be a good buy at $2.70. So that's a big deal right there. I would be excited for that. You may have missed the opportunity for that. But once we break, and how do we get above? Well, once we break above and start going through the daily golden pocket, that's when you know that it's off back to the races. That price right here is probably going to tell you $3.70. That's when this thing is up to the next move. And you're going to be really, really shocked when I show you this, because it just turned into a great RLC video. The next move that I expect RLC to create, the next jump in the next price area that we could possibly receive, if this is real, is all the way back to $5. And it's kind of weird how it's just a $5 price, because that's what a lot of investors will see numbers of that. And we'll probably hit resistance and get back to a next leg up. But yeah, $5 looks really tasty right now. Let's see if we can get to the line and see where that resistance is. $5. What are we looking at here? Right around that range. So yeah, we could be come back trading in $5 RLC. I know we spent a long time on it. I hope you appreciate it. 6 days and 12 hours. We will be coming to you live talking about this crypto space, talking about the Bitcoin halving and how there's only 973 blocks left, because after every 200,000 blocks, this is when we have the Bitcoin halving, which is almost just approximately every 4 years. So Wall Street, Pete Sickno, and crypto. Let's get Bonk out the way. Oh, it's going to be a tough one. Can we get Bonk in there, Hugo? I know you've been asking about it. We'll use the Coinbase, and whoo, I go bonkers for Bonk. That looks pretty good. I know that was a corny comment. But we have a big CME gap right here, ladies and gentlemen. And what I do see here, if this is a dead cat bounce, if this is a shit dead cat bounce, I can at least get myself back in here at this range, and I can at least say, hey, I can take a long sell out somewhere around the 2 range, 2000. That's what they'll do. And we could see the next dead cat bounce coming in, but most definitely something like that. So please be careful. This is possibly what could happen. Definitely, right? We keep testing it until we do come through, then you'll see what I mean. Really, I've actually done stupid stuff like this, and it's done this to the T. And people are like, how the fuck, where's your crystal ball, sir? Where's your crystal ball? Well, it's just technical analysis doing the same stuff over and over for years. Nothing new here. You know, you studied on a car for 25 years. I believe at the 26th year, you're going to be teaching everyone all about the cars if you have passion and care for it. So what we're doing and talking about is a resistance level that is around here. And what it's doing is there's old support that happened. Old support, Old support, old support. You can see the support resistance. Well, that's a very major resistance area. Once we break above this area, 243, 2500 level, that's about when this will be a real reversal. Probably go into a cup and handle, so get ready. We're going to keep this up here. What did we do? The Bonk? We did the Bonk on the Coinbase. So when this happens, we could just, gloat a little bit. I'm not going to gloat too much. It gets annoying after a while. But we're going to do a red cup. Anybody have a red cup at home? Yeah, we're going to do a red cup. So if you drink your coffee out of a red cup and we have to go, anybody who was wanting and requesting for Bonk, Velo, RLCA, here are some of the price entries that I would use. Right here, obviously, as you can see right here, there is a support building. There's a little mini head and shoulders pattern, inverse head and shoulders pattern in this little area here, if you can see it. So that's kind of cool. Double bottom, close, clear as day to see. CME gap right here coming all the way through to the top. That is to about the 2.000040 to the 2, most likely hitting resistance again one more time. Will it come back up immediately? We'll find out, but this is probably what you'll see. You'll see the upward W. So my name is Wall Street Pete Sicto in crypto. Have a fantastic day. I hope you enjoy your weekend. That is something that we're looking to do here. Very excited to see. A lot of these crypto assets will come back. A lot of them will still, like an earthquake, you will still see the shock effect. They'll come up a little, get you excited, and then if you get too greedy, you will get smacked down. And as one of the guys said, right? Why can't you make the money you make? Because you get too greedy when you're poor. And it's the truth. If I had millions and millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars, like he said, 2% gain on $100 million. Well, I'll take the $2 million gain. Get out. Zero risk, it feels like. But yet, you put in $500 and you 4x it. Turns to $2,000. And you're like, yes. Now I just got to 2x it one more time, get it to 4,000. That's my goal, and it never happens. And you know what happens? It tanks, and it goes back to the smart money. The smart money, the people who have $100 million, who were in a trade for 10 minutes, made $2 million in 10 minutes, and said, have a nice day. Speaking of a nice day, have a nice day. My name is Wall Street Pete Sicto in crypto. I thank you very much, everyone. In the month of April, we'll be raffling off $100 to one lucky follower. And we'll continue to do things like that. I mean, we're not going to be nowhere near like Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast gives out $100,000 to a prize doing something crazy. I would love to be at that magnitude, but it would take millions of followers to even get close to there. So everyone have a fantastic day. I see everyone in the comments section. I love you guys. Everyone must be waking up for the beautiful weekend after a nice, hard, long working week. I get it. Grinding on the 9 to 5. I get by on the 9 to 5. I see you, Steven. I see you, Mr. Michael. I see you, Jackson. I see you, Knoxville. And I feel the love from everyone else. You guys have a fantastic weekend. Have a great day.